It's your boy James with the Stop Being Dirty. Stop eating dirty. I'm out here, upstate New York. Hankins to be exact, because a lot of people ask and things of that nature, no pun intended. I'm just out here protecting my peace. Brought the twins up here. And, I like to just get away, man. Get away from, you would say get away from reality, whatever it might be. When I say protect my peace, this is what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Out doing some yard work, shoveling, putting the salt down, going for a nature run, which I couldn't do because it's a little too slippery out there. But just overall, like just getting away is therapeutic, man. I'm telling you, I really truly feel like it's the universe and God's free therapy by giving us nature. A lot of times I'll run and my headphones don't even be on. Like, I wear them because just in case, like, say I'll run a long distance, want to walk back or something like that and listen to my music. But a lot of times just hearing nature and it's Tay-Rock versus Averb. We'll get right into this shit. All right. Volume 7. All I want to say is, who turned the volume down? This card is looking real mute to me. This card is looking real, yo, the babies are trying to sleep. Can you lower that a little bit? This is like, yo, it's 3 a.m. You're beasting right now. Can you put the volume down a little bit? Because this card, to me, is the worst volume of them all. Now, sometimes the way it looks might not be the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Because the last volume was saved, really, by Arsenal's great performance and the Geechee battle. That whole card sucked. K-Shine and Paste, probably the top 5 biggest letdown battles ever. That shit sucked. Wanted Averb versus Tay-Rock. Now, I did a whole nother blog on this, but I'll just comment on it again. Tay-Rock is in a must-win situation. That's how I feel. Tay-Rock is absolutely in a must-win situation. I feel like he's been having debatables that really are leaning against him. Just a lot going on with Tay-Rock and the rumors and the Instagram lives and the Twitter rants and the gram and just all this shit going on. I just want Tay-Rock to be Tay-Rock again. You know what I'm saying? He's in front of someone else who's just going to talk to his soul, which Averb is great at. I think Averb's really, like, I thought he hit his peak, but really, like, he's really peaked in the past 2-3 years, like taking things more serious, or more so finally getting paid what he wants for URL. So now he has time to actually write instead of not getting paid from URL, battling everywhere like a whore. So Averb's just been showing how fire he is, because he is super fire. Now in this one, I might lean towards Rock because I feel like Tay-Rock has to win. Like, this is a must win for Tay-Rock. Like, it's like we need a clear win from Tay-Rock. And I don't even think he could get Verb clearly. But if he does, this would be great and put him back in position where he needs to be. Chilla Jones versus K-Shine. Who on the staff thought this would be good? Because somehow, maybe, sort of, they're champion a year. I don't like the matchup. I think this shit sucks. This is a bathroom break for me. This is a smoke break for the homies. This is... is Uber Eats downstairs. What's on with K-Shaw's and Chilla's? I'm going to go downstairs and get the food. Y'all let me know what happens. And matter of fact, you don't even have to. I'm not a fan of that. I'm going to go K-Shine on it. But that's a snoozer for me. Ars versus Danny. Spoke on this also. Arsenal actually DM'd me a little... not so happy. I don't have Instagram or Twitter anymore right now. As you know, I deactivate my account every month for 3 weeks, so I'm really only active for about a week a month, just because I really don't give a shit about it. It's cool to promote the page and the brand. By the way, subscribe to the channel, link in the bio for Stop Being Dirty merchandise. But other than that, I just need a way, man. I can't stand like the fake, the negativity of the world. And it's like, if you putting yourself in it, then every right that has if it affects you, it's your fault, because you chose to put yourself in that situation. That's just like I tell you all the time. A person only has the power to break your heart one time. One time. If you didn't learn your lesson from that one time, every other time, you're putting yourself in that position to get hurt, knowing that the person ain't shit. Arson, Danny. Oh, so Ars had hit me up or whatever saying like, oh, I never ducked no battle. I never this and that, because I said he ducked a real sick battle. And I told Arsenal exactly what I'll tell anyone else. Sorry. Well, I heard it out of Smack's mouth myself, literally in the airport. Not that he ducked them, but that battle was booked. Then the next time I see you getting booked, it ain't against him. Put it together, that's a duck as far as that goes. But Arsenal hit me and said, nah, he didn't duck it. He never even heard about it. So I guess that's just the funny way the business works. Don't really give a shit either way. Salute to Arsenal. DNA versus Av. I mean, 2017, you know, like I heard about this a minute ago. I mean, Av and Fonz was cool. The new DNA style is pretty dope. I'm feeling it. I feel like I just don't want to hear for 3 rounds. He's going to have to go with a different approach. The no gun bars is cool. I respect that. It's not necessary. I thought that's what like the religious battlers had above us, because like they were so talented winning battles without having to use gun bars and shit like that. And then they even start using it. It's just like it's a brick out here. Pardon me, y'all. It is just, I can't even act cool right now. I forgot my jacket inside. I just was able to sneak out. The babies is watching like some kid's channel, Andrew Toys or something, and he's like breaking a bunch of boxes that have the Avengers in it. It's distracting them, but I just had to slip out real quick. DNA and Av, I mean, whatever, I guess, you know, cool. Yeah, doesn't it? Shotgun Suge versus B-Dot. I mean, Suge is my mans. I knew Suge for years, battled Suge on Trap House. That I feel like that battle is actually what put me on. You know what I'm saying? The RBE staff was there that night scouting. And from that night, I feel like I got scouted. You know what I'm saying? And from there, like, my shit took off. You know, I showed that I could roll with the big dogs. Go check that out if you ever want to watch an old battle. Jims versus Shotgun Suge, 1 round, a pretty dope battle. I think I went like a minute too long. Like, I won clearly, but like, you know, it's kind of like, all right, you can end it now. You can end it now, but all learning experiences. Shotgun Suge and B-Dot, I mean, B-Dot with the slip-ups, last time I seen him, wasn't liking B-Dot at all versus Chilla. Between him and that vest Chilla wore, I hated the whole battle. B-Dot prior to that has been just looking incredible though, and like he is one of my favorites, but so is Shotgun Suge. But you know, Shotgun Suge with the forgetting, like it's just like he's battling so much, and like I love that he loves the competition. Like everyone has B-Dot winning this, and I kind of do as well. But Shotgun Suge don't give a shit, and he's gonna go out there and give his all. And in a sense, I mean, are you gonna give your all if you're over here stumbling? Like you stumbling bastard. Like we was rehearsing in the DMV, and I'm like, Suge, do you got your 3rd round ready? Like what is wrong with you? And he's like, I'm gonna be ready. I'm like, the battle's in 3 minutes. But shout out to Suge. I think that's a retarded style clash. I'm not really feeling the matchup. I think B-Dot would take this one. I just think he offers more to you know, different. He just brings more to the table, and that's what's going to take to win this battle. Twork versus Jada Nightwing. Have a whole blog on that. Don't really want to get into it no more. Salute to Jada Nightwing for this opportunity. Hope he takes full advantage of it. I think this might be the scariest Twork we ever seen, and you might be a sacrificial lamb. But I mean, I think you're talented enough to not get bodied, but you can clearly lose, and this might be that battle. I don't know. But this is big for both of them. It's Twork's return battle, which is huge. That first round is going to be epic. And then Jada Nightwing showing that he could rock with the elites, which he showed once or twice before, but not so convincingly. So this will be dope. So overall, Rock Verb, I'm interested to see that. And the Twork and Jada Nightwing, you know what I mean? I'm interested in about 2 out of 6 battles, but it's just one person's opinion. Smack puts out great cards. So when he has a card that I don't care for, I'm going to say that. Same goes for King of the Dot. Same goes for any other league that puts out dope cards, because these leagues are fire, that put out dope events. And I will highlight and be like, this event looks crazy, this event looks this event looks that. But if it's an event that I personally think is lackluster, that's how I'm going to call it. And I'm not feeling these matchups, but hopefully it turns out great. I think Arson Danny could actually be a sleeper now that I'm staring at it. But hey, man, at the end of the day, it's just one man's opinion. Don't go home and cry, all right? So don't be DMing me like, Jimmy, I thought we were friends. I know I just called you Jimmy. We're friends. Listen, man, it's just an opinion, all right? So listen, above all, fuck that battle rap shit. Let's get on life real quick, man. Protect your peace. Trust the process. Every day's a new day to be better. Don't dwell on the mishaps that you might have caused people or what people might have caused you. Because every day, if you're blessed enough to see another day, is a new day of opportunity to make it right. to make yourself better, to make up for the wrongdoings. Not everybody's going to forgive you for the shit that you've done, but at least you could do right things that you can learn to forgive yourself. Protect your peace. Subscribe to the channel. Stop being dirty.